Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Have you ever wondered where islands come from? Do they just pop up out of the ocean like magic? Well, some of them do, but it's not magic, it's science. And today, we're going on an incredible adventure deep beneath the waves to discover how a brand new island is born from a volcano. It's going to be explosive. So to start, let's picture our amazing planet, Earth. It's not just a solid rock. The ground we stand on is actually broken up into huge pieces, like a giant jigsaw puzzle. These pieces are called tectonic plates, and they're always moving, super slowly. They float on a layer of hot, gooey, melted rock called the mantle. Think of it like crackers floating on a thick, hot soup. Now, sometimes these plates move apart, creating a gap. Other times, one plate slides under another. But there are also special spots in the mantle that are extra, super hot. These are called hot spots. Imagine a candle flame held underneath a piece of plastic. The plastic right above the flame would get soft and melt, right? A hot spot does something similar to the tectonic plate above it. This hot spot is so powerful it melts the rock in the mantle, creating a giant pool of molten rock called magma. This magma is lighter and gooier than the solid rock around it, so it wants to rise up, just like a bubble in a soda. It pushes and pushes its way through cracks in the Earth's crust. As this magma gets closer to the surface, the pressure builds up. It's like shaking a can of soda. You know something big is about to happen, and then, kaboom! The magma bursts through the ocean floor in a spectacular underwater volcanic eruption. When this happens, hot lava, ash, and rock explode out. But wait, it's underwater. So what happens next? The superhot lava, which can be over 1,000 degrees Celsius, hits the cold ocean water. This causes a massive sizzle. The water instantly boils, creating huge clouds of steam, and the lava cools down and hardens into rock almost immediately. It's like pouring hot candle wax into cold water. It forms a solid shape right away. This new hard rock starts to pile up on the ocean floor. The first eruption builds a small mound. But the hot spot isn't done yet. It keeps feeding more and more magma to the volcano. So, another eruption happens, and another layer of rock is added, and another, and another. Over thousands, and sometimes millions of years, this process repeats countless times. The pile of hardened lava gets bigger and bigger, growing taller and taller from the deep, dark ocean floor. Imagine stacking Lego bricks one by one. Each eruption is like adding a new layer of bricks. Slowly but surely, the underwater mountain, which we call a seamount, gets closer and closer to the surface of the water. This is a very slow process. It's not something you could watch happen in one day. It takes longer than all of human history for some of these mountains to grow. The pressure from the water above is immense, but the power of the volcano is even stronger. Finally, after an incredibly long time, the peak of the volcano breaks through the surface of the ocean. This is the magical moment. A brand new island is born. At first, it might just be a small, black, rocky piece of land, steaming and sizzling as ocean waves crash against the hot rock. It doesn't look like much, just a pile of black volcanic rock. There are no trees, no plants, no animals. It's a completely new piece of Earth that no one has ever set foot on before. One of the most famous places where this happens is Hawaii. The beautiful Hawaiian Islands were all created by a single hotspot. The Pacific Plate, one of those giant puzzle pieces, has been slowly sliding over this hotspot for millions of years. As the plate moves, the hotspot stays in one place, creating a chain of volcanoes, one after another, like a factory assembly line. The oldest Hawaiian Islands are no longer over the hotspot, so their volcanoes are not active anymore. But the big island of Hawaii is the youngest and is still right on top of it, which is why it has active volcanoes like Kilauea that are still erupting and making the island even bigger. So what happens after the island is born? Does it stay a barren piece of rock forever? Absolutely not. Nature is amazing at turning new land into a paradise. First, wind and rain start to break down the hard volcanic rock, turning it into soil. This takes a very long time. Then, tiny seeds might be carried to the island by birds flying overhead, or they might float across the ocean on a piece of driftwood. The first plants to grow are usually tough ones like ferns and grasses, that can survive in the new thin soil. Once plants start to grow, they create a better home for others. Their roots hold the soil in place, and when they die, they decompose and make the soil richer. This allows more types of plants and even trees to grow. With plants come insects, and with insects come birds and other small animals. Over thousands of years, what was once a lifeless black rock can transform into a lush green island, teeming with unique plants and animals. It becomes a whole new ecosystem, a brand new world. Isn't that just incredible? From a super hot spot deep inside the earth, to a massive underwater mountain, and finally to a beautiful island full of life. It shows just how powerful and creative our planet is. So next time you see an island on a map, especially one in a long chain like Hawaii, you can think about the amazing volcanic journey it took to get there. It's a story written in fire and water over millions of years. The Earth is like a master sculptor, constantly shaping and creating new masterpieces. And who knows, right now, deep under the ocean, another volcano could be getting just a little bit closer to the surface, ready to become the world's next new island. Thanks so much for joining me on this volcanic adventure today. I hope you had as much fun as I did. If you learned something new and exciting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing science explorations. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to learn about next. See you in the next video. Bye.